I want to give all praises, all glory, all honor to the mighty Yahweh on this Sabbath day. Pamphlets for donations is the title. Of course, you're not going to be doing donations and doing things on the Sabbath day, but I had to speak on this. So I'm hoping the person is supposed to be addressed to don't hear it. But I got to say it anyway because it really irked my soul. I'm being ridiculed for some old, I think he asked me a question. This is somebody who I love, literally. But he asked me the question. He said, you know where it says that Israel is the only son? I thought to myself, it say that Ephraim's the only son. It say that King David. But I guess because I couldn't find where it said Israel's the only son, and I still don't know where that. I haven't looked it up yet. That I'm slipping or something like that. I don't know. But it really rubbed me the wrong way. But I have weapons against falsehood. You know what I mean? I'm actually, I'm gonna go over a couple. This is one of them. Oh, we can see it right there, the Quran, the Muslim Book of Wickedness. Of course, we can open this up. I print this out. It's 4 pages. You can open it up, and you'll have a lot of stuff. I'm gonna go over this because I'm asking for donations for the organization. So we got also the wickedness and the foolishness of Jesus right here, of JC. We got that right there, and we also got everywhere where you can donate on the back. All right, but I'm gonna go over all that. But I just felt as though, okay, is that what I'm supposed to be doing? I remember Isha insulted me the same way, and that's why the brother who insulted me, he did the same thing Isha did. When I used to make better grades than Isha in college, Isha used to tell me, well, we ain't supposed to be studying. You ain't supposed to be studying the words of Galileo. We're supposed to be studying the words of Yahweh. We're supposed to be masters of water resources management. We're supposed to be masters of knowing Almighty's word. And I'm like, okay, so I really, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to it, because I get a low blow because I'm teaching myself the law. I'm reading a lot more about the law. I get a low blow. Help this woman fight so CPS don't take her children, but I get the low blow. When it comes to false doctrine, if you want to beat up on Christ, I've been had this pamphlet right here. We're gonna go over the pamphlet. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and just get off of here. I'm gonna start off with that. I'm gonna start off with that on the Sabbath day. Okay. So let's see. I got it. Let's see. Said the blind man. Let's kind of scale him down a little bit. Okay, boom. All right. Now, we see the dart specialist right there. Okay, we talk about Christ right here. I'm gonna go down. Let me see. These are table of darts. All right. If you look on the side, I got the table of darts. I'm gonna have to show you the whole thing in a second. But this is everything that's in my book right here. Christ brings hate and division. Christ tell you to judge, but you know what I'm saying? The Almighty tell you to judge, but Christ tell you not to judge. That's why all these Christians talking about, oh, you shouldn't judge. You shouldn't judge. The Almighty said judge righteously. Right here it said, right, he don't understand adultery. When you listen to the New Testament, Christ don't understand adultery at all. Okay. Then Christ said, love your enemy and don't resist evil. He said, leave your family for his sake. Christ tell you, leave your family. That none of the prophets nor anyone left their family. Okay, none of the kings. Let's continue. When you get baptized, you got special abilities. You can drink any deadly thing. All these things is right here, man. Let me see. Let me see if I can something there. Let's see. Okay. So these are things that are in my book. Pamphlets for donations. Yeah, they heard that. They probably seen donations on the Sabbath day. I'm not soliciting any type of donations. But what I'm saying is, you know, right now I'm on a mission to get my child. All right. I got all types of information. I got a whole book dealing with all types of false doctrines, from the book of Enoch to the book of Jasher, which I've been reading recently. A simple question that is, if Christ is the Son, I can prove it different ways. I can be defensively or offensively. I think you want me to go to the Old Testament and show you something in the Old Testament. I can show you multiple things in the New Testament and the Old Testament. So when I talk about false doctrine, I'm not slipping. But I felt that was ridicule. It is what it is. But I got pamphlets for sales right here. Not for sale, it's for donation. Any amount of donation. Give me $1. I get you these pamphlets. All right. Because what I think it's like 60 cents for the envelope. I get you these right here. Don't worry about it. The paper on the house. But right here, what does it say? The dietary law. I'll tell you, anything you put in your mouth cannot defile you. Christ that says that. Then he disrespected his mother and his brother. Who was my mother? Who was my brother? And there's a lot more stuff I packed into this. In fact, I'm gonna show you the pamphlet in a second. 3 days and 3 nights. That's a lie. He was not in the earth 3 days and 3 nights. And I pointed out all the scriptures that show that he was not in the earth from Easter Sunday. I mean, from Friday to Easter Sunday. All right. He was not in the earth. Okay. Disrespectful child. Christ was disrespectful. And then he was a dumbass. He didn't know when the fig tree grows figs. So we have many different things right here. You get this for any donations. I have our donation link in the description. Right here, this is the Quran for all the Muslims. But I'm gonna go through this real quick. In fact, let me see if I can zoom on here. I'm gonna go ahead and do it like that. Okay. I'm gonna cut on the light real quick. Oh shit! Damn it. Well, fuck it. I can do it like this. Fuck it. Okay. The wickedness of Christ, right? First page, dedicated to my son, dedicated to baby Ezra. That's what it's dedicated to. Place of darts. Table of darts, same darts that you've seen. Love your enemy. Don't resist evil. All these things are in there. Give me the $1. I'll send them to you ASAP. ASAP Rizaki. All right. Christ brings hate and division in the earth. I go to Luke 14, Matthew 10. I came to bring war in the house. Hate your family and follow me. What does it say? And he said he's not the Prince of Peace. Right here, didn't even turn the page yet. Jesus says you shouldn't judge. Yahweh says judge righteously. This is what Christ said, judge not, judge not. But the Almighty said, but in righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor. I got all the stuff, man. This is what Christ don't understand adultery, right? And this right here, love your enemy and don't resist evil. Say resist not evil there, love your enemy there, love your enemy there. I give you every spot. Leave your family for Christ's sake. There we go. They go to the Christians' fake special abilities right here. So they should be able to drink any deadly poison that would not hurt them at all. They would be place their hands on the sick and they will recover. I got all my information on here. Call me, text me, got my email, dealing with the donations. But hold on, let's continue. No man standing here shall taste death until JC returns. So right here is another lie I got up in my pamphlet. No man standing here shall taste death until Christ returns. Of course, I got the scriptures to go along with it. All right. Then he lies on the dietary law. I got Christ lying on the dietary law. He says, what does it say? Not that which go in your mouth defiles a man. It can't defile you because it goes in your belly. I got all that. The Christ line. All right. What else? Disrespected his mother and his brother. And he had 2 grandfathers. This right here is when he disrespecting his mother and his brother. He said, and I highlighted, who is my mother? Who is my brother? You don't never say he went out there to see him. Then right here it shows how he has 2 different grandfathers on the bottom. In Matthew 1, it says his grandfather is Jacob. In Luke 3 and 23, it says his grandfather is the son of Heli. He's the son of Heli. Oh, damn. Well, I'm glad I seen that. I guess they cut off Heli. We're going to get that together. 3 days and 3 nights in the earth is a lie. Christ wasn't in the earth 3 days and 3 nights. As you can see, he said he's going to be in there 3 days and 3 nights. But if you go to Mark 15, he was put in the ground Friday. And then Mark 16, on the first day of the week, he got up. So Friday to the first day of the week is not 3 days and 3 nights. It's 2 nights and 1 day. And I break that all the way down. Another lie of Christ. Christ is a disrespectful child. Christ is a disrespectful child. All right. And Christ lacks the basic knowledge about the growing season because he got mad at a fig tree. These are the stories where Christ got angry at a fig tree. But see right here, it says, for the time of the figs was not yet. So it wasn't even time for the figs to grow. But he got angry at the fig tree and said, no man eat at the fig. And also, man, the 2 stories are totally different. Okay, right here is all the contact information, the email, the donation link, things of that nature. And I say that to say, we talk about I help women with CPS. If CPS is trying to steal your children, because they steal your children, they put you on child support. Men trying to get custody. The Almighty said, let me read this. Deuteronomy. Let me make sure I got it right. Chapter 7. Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 7, it says, thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thy house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hand, and they shall be as frontlets between thy eyes. And thou shalt write them upon the posts of thy house and in thy gates. What are you talking about? He's talking about the commandments. You writing them on your posts, but you also teaching them diligently to your children. We cannot let CPS, child support, take away our children. Because when they steal your children, they put you on child support, on CPS. When they steal children from fathers, they put them on child support. So that's also, we got to fight. Okay, but not only that, we talk about Christ. I got the Quran here. The Quran, the Muslim book of wickedness. All right, dart specialist right there. Table of darts. Table of darts. Okay, in the Quran, it says you can beat your wife. It says about dietary, you can eat camels and all that. Quran tells you Christians are friends, then turns around and tells you Christians are your enemies. In the Quran, the deity, A-L-L-A-H, you don't have a son. In the Quran, black is where equals evil and white equals good. In the Quran, the deity is a white Arab god. Okay, it spells out, it talks about white Arabs. Okay, in the Quran tells you to wash with dirt. If you cannot find water, if you can't find water and you're in a desert, which a lot of them in the desert, they got to wash with dirt. And it's talk about how we gave Moses the book. Basically, meaning the book is the Almighty's word, not their book. We gave Moses the book. We didn't give Moses the Quran. Okay. Okay. Ways of life other than Islam will not be accepted. All right. But then it turns around and says ways of life other than Islam will be accepted. Okay. So both of those pages are across from each other. So you can see the opposites. Adultery in Quran, you just get beat a little bit, and then you got to go marry another person who committed adultery. So that's adulterers don't get put to death in Quran; they just get to marry another adulterer after getting beat. All right. And the divorce law says if you divorce your husband, you have to have sex with another. You have to lay with another man in order to get back with your husband. You can't just go back with him. So that's the Quran. And right here, we can go through some of it. What does it say? Quran instructs you to beat your wife. Right? Okay, next, refuse to share your bed. And last, beat them. And then in parentheses, it say lightly. How you beat a woman light? How you lightly beat a woman? Okay, dietary foolishness. There's a couple things I got on here. I'm just going to read one of them. There's two of them I got on here with the dietary stuff. Okay. The Almighty says in Leviticus 11 not to eat a camel. All right. But right here, the Quran tells you to eat a camel. It said eat thereof and feed. It said when it fall on their side, where it say? When they are down on their sides, eat thereof and feed such as beg. Talk about the camel, the sacrificial camels we have made. Talking about eating camel meat. This is what the Quran says. You know what I mean? All right. So you beat your wife, eat camel meat, even though that's the first thing the Almighty told you not to eat. Then right here, it tell you Christians are friends, then turn around and tell you Christians are your enemies. Right here. Christians are friends, then turn around and say Christians are enemies in the same chapter in the Quran. So look at that. Chapter 5 and 82 say Christians are your friends. Strongest among men in the enemy between to the believers without finding the Jews and pagans, and nearest among them in love and to believers without finding who say we are Christians. So there's the nearest one in love. But then you go right down here. What does it say? In verse 51. O you who have believed, do not take the Jews and the Christians as allies. They are in fact allies of one another. Whosoever allied to them among you, then indeed he is one of them. Indeed, the deity guides not the wrongdoing people. So you wrongdoing if you get with a Christian. Then this right here, I mean, okay, then the deity don't have a son. So, you say that you can't say that Israel's his son. You can't say that Christ is his son because the deity does not have a son. You know what I'm saying? Most beneficent has begotten a son. Glory to him. Those who are called, are just merely angels, son of Mary, and you know what I mean? But they're nothing but honored slaves. The Quran said to him that is the primordial origin of the heaven and earth. How can he have a son when he has no consort? He created all things. He had full knowledge of all things. Right here, the Quran gonna tell you he don't have a son. Many different instances. Let me continue, man. Black faces go to hell. White faces go to heaven. This is in the Quran, right here. When you are going in hell if you black, okay. But if you white, you will be in the deity's mercy. See, the white ones get to be in the deity. But if you black, you disbelieve, is going after you. All right. He's a white Arab guy right here. And how do I know he's a white Arab guy? Because not only is he a white for white people, but he talks about the desert Arab, but on the bottom right there, he talks about the guilty blue-eyed ones. Meaning he ain't talking about no European blue-eyed ones. He's talking about them white Arabs. Well, yeah, it's all good though. Okay, Muslims washing with dirt because they said they cannot find water, you take themselves dirt. Those who believe, when you prepare your prayer, wash your faces and your hands and your arms and your elbows, rub your heads in water and wash your feet to the ankles. If you're in a state of ceremony and purity, bathe your whole body. But if you're ill on a journey and one of you comes from the office of nature, so I mean, if somebody is ill or just use the restroom, or you have been in contact with women, I mean you done had some sex or something, you done contacted with a woman, and ye find no water, then take for yourself clean sand and earth and rub it with your faces and your hands. So you're going to take sand if you can't find water after having sex, after going to the crib. This is what it says in the Quran, chapter 5, verse 6. You know what I'm saying? So just to continue, we gave Moses the book. The Quran says this many times that the book was given to Moses, and Moses was never given a Quran. So all these different times, the book was given to Moses. 14 and 5, 2 and 50. All these different times, the book was given to Moses. All right, the Bible was given to him. So why you got a Quran if the Quran keep telling you the book was given to Moses? Okay, this the one where I told you that anything other than Islam will not be accepted according to the Quran. But if you go over here, ways of life other than Islam will be accepted. So these are the ones that say that you will be accepted. In fact, I think it's more than that. It's 3 of them. It's more than this. I got more. It's more than this. I don't know why it's only 2 on this page. Okay, but will be accepted is about, I think it's like 3 of them. And this is will not be accepted. Okay, let me just read one that say will not be accepted. Whoso seeketh a religion other than the surrender to the deity will not be accepted from him, and he will be a loser in the hereafter. Let me read another one. Surely you and what you worship besides the deity are firewood of hell. To it you shall come. Woo! But right here, what does it say? Those who believe in the Quran and those who follow the Jewish scripture and the Christians and Sabians, any who believe in a deity in the last days and the work righteousness shall have their reward with their Lord, and on them shall there be no fear. So it's talking about everybody. Everybody is good. And you know what? I don't really want to go too much. I really just want to say one of the brothers that I do really love kind of insulted me with a call. So it made me feel like, you know what I'm saying, I need to go ahead and put out my pamphlets. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want nobody spending no money on the Sabbath day. Don't get me wrong. I know I did this on the Sabbath day, but he called me last night and I said I got to make this video before I do anything else. So right here, hit me up. All this stuff is in the link. All this stuff is in the description. All right, fight fatherhood. Shit, $1 is enough for me to get the envelope and send you this paper. All right, send you both of them, both my pamphlets. I can, you know what I mean. You want me to beat up on what? The Nation of Islam, the Circle 7 Quran. I'm making a pamphlet right now on the Book of Jasher. Just let me know what it is. I do this. This is what I do. But right now, I'm focusing on trying to get my baby back. That's why I'm reading a lot of the law. So a lot of people are going to say, oh, well, you know, he doesn't know. Man, listen, I can beat up Christ any day of the week. If I don't know one scripture, I know another one, man. That's what you know what I mean? And if you want me to give you something, give you another part 2 of this right here, I can make part 2 or whatever you want to do. This is what I do, all right? But at the same time, I'm not the leader of nobody. So don't come to me with questions, especially if you just expect me to know stuff. Like, come on, family. Don't do that. Don't do that to me. You know, nobody paying me for it. I'm not getting donations. None of that. Nobody doing that. So stop it. All praises to Yahweh, though.